Hello boys and girls, today I'm going to do a drawing, or actually a still life, of my favourite teddy bear. I'm imagining that he was going to come with me if I was evacuated during the World War II, and I put a tag around his neck. You may not have a tag, but you can include one in your drawings. The first thing I'm going to do is just take a look at the proportions of the bear before I start drawing it, just to make sure it's right. So you can either sketch on a piece of paper, or as I'm going to do is just do a little bit of my pre-drawing on a sketch on a whiteboard. So I'm looking at the bear and I see that its tummy or an abdomen are about twice the size of its head, and its legs are sort of taking up a third of the paper or the space. So imagining that this is on a piece of paper. So I'm going to move down to my board and I'm going to partition my piece of paper or my whiteboard into 3 parts. This is just going to help me with my drawing. And I've got the 3 parts on my whiteboard or piece of paper, and in each of the 3 parts I'm going to draw different elements of the bear. So at the top, I'm just going to start sketching the head. Now nothing is perfect, so I want to make sure I get the proportions right. So here's the head, and in this middle section I'm going to start sketching the abdomen, which is going to go a little bit down into the bottom section. I want to use up all of my paper and make sure I've got a really as accurate as I can drawing. Moving down to the bottom section, I'm going to add the legs of the bear. Mine come around like this with their feet coming in here. Don't worry if it's exactly not right, mine isn't, but just trying to get the proportions correct. This is just a preliminary sketch. Now his arms are forward. I'm going to look. They almost come down to touch the legs, but they're coming out a little bit like this. And here are the arms on this side. And I move on up to the head. He's a very well-loved bear, so his ears are a little detached from his body. One is hanging out here. One is sort of at the side. And look at his face. His nose is down about here. I'm just lightly drawing where his snout is. I'm going to add his little button eyes. Now that I feel I've got my proportions in place, I can just go back and adapt them a little. I think this arm needs to be longer, as well as this one. When I come to do my actual drawing on the piece of paper, I'm probably not going to draw these lines. I'll just fold the paper a little. Okay, and I'm going to go up to the head because I feel like it's not quite tall enough. Good thing about whiteboard is you can rub out with your finger.